day that some of us have been dreading, some of us have been really looking forward to, but it's the election day, right? And there's so much with this, so much. There's a lot of stress, there's a lot of conversations, there's a lot of bickering and fighting. Just please understand this is division. That's what it is. It's division. And so when we're looking at that, how do we deal with this? How do we own our and take responsibility for ourselves? Because the reality is, I don't care who you're voting for at all. And it it's just it's your own right, it's your own opinion, and you do you, right? That's where it ends for me. I have control over me and what I do, and you have control over you and what you do. And you can have a good conversation about it, but how are you doing it? So I want to explain a little bit about why I have this opinion and how you can kind of understand it as well. So here's a screen I'm going to share with you. Now, on here, this is how we perceive life and the world, right? We take in information, stimuli from seeing, smelling, our hearing, right? We take in our information and it comes immediately into this lower part of our brain. And in this lower part of our brain, down here by our spinal cord, it takes a second to make a response and to react, right? So when we're looking at this reactive area of our brain, knowing that it takes like split seconds, it only takes 3 to 4 more seconds to engage the whole brain, where you stop being reactive and you can start having some additional consideration. Because when you receive through here and it stems here, it sends out triggers and creates that emotional response. And so that's where you have this quick reaction. It's designed intentionally for like that fight or flight or being able to get out of situations or using your intuition or gut instinct. But what I see happening is people just being reactive, inconsiderate, and not understanding that we're all equal individual human beings. So I would like to propose that for election day, you try to go out there and be kind. Start with kindness, be kind to everyone around you, and keep your opinions to yourself. Be there to listen. And if you can have an opinion with someone else who is also being kind and engaging in that higher brain thinking, that's wonderful. You don't have to agree. It's not your job to change everyone's mind. It's your job to consider information, to share information, and then use that higher part of your brain. Because initially, as human beings, when we go into this reactive state and using that lower part of our brain, you're going into a state that is all based off of emotion. It's based off of survival. It's like the lowest part of your brain you could be using in this situation. But when you stop for like 4 seconds, hence this is why I love box breathing, 4 seconds, just take that breath and allow that part of your system to settle down and the blood to start flowing through the rest of your brain and getting it unclogged. And then those other parts of your brain will start working, and then you can engage in active dialogue. So I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you enjoy voting. And I hope you understand a little bit of the mechanics of how your brain is working, and so that you can be more aware of it, so that maybe you decide not to be so reactive in these times, because it's going to be a hot, long, heavy day. Enjoy.